Okay, so let's start. My today's video is on the topic of science of attraction, and eventually I will prove that science exists and science works. So we like to think of our romantic feelings as spontaneous things that come from the heart, but it's actually a brain running a complex series of calculations, chemical reactions within a matter of seconds that's responsible for determining attraction. Doesn't it sound quite poetic? Does it? Yes, it does, obviously. But we need to understand, for understanding the science of attraction, we need to understand our senses. Now, eyes play an important role for attraction. Long, lustrous hair or smooth, carefree skin, sound health, high fertility are always in demand because they are associated with the reproductive fitness. When your eye spots something like that, our instinct is to move closer so other senses can investigate. Nose's contribution is more than noticing perfumes. It's able to pick up natural chemical signals known as fermions. Those not only convey important physical or genetic information about their source, but able to activate a physiological or behavioral response to the recipient. Now, we can clearly see that nose contribution to attraction is important, but how do you prove that? Now, for men, there was an experiment conducted. A group of women at different points in their ovulation cycles wore the same t shirts for 3 nights. After male volunteers were randomly assigned to smell either one of the worn shirts or a new unworn one. Now, clearly, saliva samples showed an increase in testosterone in those who had smelled a t shirt worn by an ovulating woman. Such a testosterone boost may give a man the nudge to pursue a woman he might not have otherwise noticed. Now, for a woman's nose is particularly cultured to MHC molecules. Now, what this molecule does is to fight diseases. So, now in this case, opposites attract. It really does. When a study asked women to smell t shirts they had been wearing, so the t shirts which are worn by different men, they preferred the odors of those whose MHC molecules differed from their ones. Now, this makes complete sense because genes that result in greater variety of immunities may give offspring a major survival advantage. That's an evolutionary process that is continuous for many years that has a very important role in attraction. Now, years also contribute to attraction. Men prefer female with a high pitches, breathy voice, and a small body size, while in the case of women, it's completely opposite. Not surprisingly, touch turns out to be crucial for romance. In this experiment, realizing the study had begun, participants were asked to briefly hold the coffee, either hot or cold. Later, the participant read a story about a hypothetical person and were asked to create or rather rate their personality. Those who had held the hot coffee, that the cup of hot coffee, perceived the person in the story as happier, more social, more generous, and better natured than those who had a cup of iced coffee. So, certainly, coffee matters. No, the power or the perception of brain matters. That is what we proved here. Now, if your mate has passed all the tests of smell, sight, touch, hearing, it's not over. There's still more to go. Now, the next thing is the infamous first kiss. The person notices the smell of one's breath, taste of their mouth. It is so critical that some lost attraction after this case. Now, once attraction is confirmed, our bloodstream is flooded with norepinephrine. It's a kind of a hormone activating our fight and flight system. Our heart beats faster, your pupils dilate, your body releases glucose for additional energy. No, it's not in movies, it actually happens. Not because you're in danger, but because your body is telling that something important is happening. You need to focus. Norepinephrine creates a sort of tunnel vision and blocks out the surrounding distractions. Whatever is happening in the surrounding, mates are not concerned. Possibly even the warping our sense of time and enhancing our memory. The memory is enhanced in such a way that this might explain why people never forget first kiss and it becomes a kind of experience. The idea of much of our attraction being influenced by chemical and evolutionary biological systems may seem cold and rather scientific, but next time when you see someone you like, try to appreciate how your body is playing a matchmaker to decide if that beautiful stranger is for right for you or not. So the hormones are playing, right? Dopamine, serotonin, testosterone, oxytocin, everything works for you. Then attraction works for you, and that's how science works. Everything is science.